It's the first day of my vacation, my time off, and I'm having such a hard time relaxing. Well, I guess it's the second day, if we're being honest, because yesterday was kind of my buffer day. I always do that. I have a day that I say is a buffer pretty much, and I don't do anything. But I feel very antsy today, and that has me wondering why we always feel like crap. I mean, maybe it's just me, but why we feel like crap when it's the first day of the holidays. And in my case, we haven't started moving yet because we are actually only departing tomorrow. That means there are 2 buffer days. And the fact that I work from home makes it so much harder, I feel, to relax at home. I am also getting my period soon, and we had a heat wave for 2.5 weeks. And I don't know, it just feels a lot. And I wanted to share this because, first off, I wonder if I'm the only one who goes through this during the vacation. It feels weird not to be busy, not to be driving towards a goal. And it also feels weird to do that when you're at home. So that can also happen during a weekend, when you're struggling to relax if you're doing nothing. And it's easier to relax if you're actually, I hope you can still hear me, but it's easier to relax if you're actually continuing to moving. And I think that's just how it is in our society. Like, it is very hard to just slow down and stop and be here with our own feelings and accepting. Like, acceptance is such a big and underrated thing that we just don't do in our society. I guess in the US, I talked about this with some friends, and they mentioned it's surrendering, right? And it is just so hard to surrender and do nothing else. At least, like, for me, it's really hard sometimes. But it's also the thing that has really made a change, and that lessens the burden when I am able to accept that this is where I am right now, this is where I am today. Like, that's just life. That's just, not every day is a perfect happy day. And feelings are part of life, emotions are part of life. And unless we make room for them, they eat us up. And so my plan for today is just to rest and relax and sit with those feelings and not try to avoid them, not try to be on my phone all day long or binge watching TV or immersing myself in a good book, though that is something I do a lot on vacation. But my plan is really to just make time and space for those feelings as well, and accept that I feel like crap, like accept that it's hard right now, and yeah, that's life. Like, yeah, so just accepting all of this, I think, is my plan today. And also not staying outside too long, because I'm super happy to be going on a walk. That being said, it says it's 27 degrees, but it feels very hot. Thank God for the wind. So yeah, they're learning here, and I'm not gonna yap for too long, is really that it is not only important, it is vital to make room for our feelings, to make room for our emotions, because otherwise they come up and eat us up. Like, they come up and in many forms, and one day or the other they catch up with us. So isn't it better to be uncomfortable right now than to suffer from too many bottled feelings, emotions, and to be really uncomfortable in the future, or even to see the impacts of what is happening to us, of those bottled up emotions. So no matter how uncomfortable it is, learning to sit in the discomfort, sit in the feelings that we don't want to feel, accept and listen. I'm not saying necessarily meditate, but walk in silence, like or sit outside in silence and see what comes up. Talk to yourself. See what needs to be said and heard here. But yeah, if you're not the only one and you're also feeling this way, well, this is for you. Know that the transition between being very busy and relaxing during a vacation isn't necessarily a smooth one. It can be one that comes with its fair share of anxiety and emotions. And if you're feeling that too, then that's okay. You're not alone.